Oh, it only has 80,000. It was 4 years ago.
Today's episode is brought to you by Gray Block Pizza. Gray Block.
That's crazy. Theo Von's come a long way, eh?
All right, I want to
big. His new one's getting, yeah, a lot of views. A lot of views, some of these. Well, fuck me, dude. He's funny. I like Theo Von.
Block Pizza. It's a place where they have something softener that you shouldn't drink either. Just launched a brand new.
As that there was a way that I could help people in this way. That's how I wanted to learn how to help people.
I see. So you were helping people. You were talking about Tourette's, and then you got involved with the ESP group.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, I was able to do
ESP? Dude, this is crazy. I'm sure that Theo Von has no idea what he's participating in, but this is straight up NXIVM propaganda.
that over the last 5 years, and it's been unbelievable. And one cool thing was after we started, what happened to me, and again, ESP had nothing to do with Tourette's, but once it happened, the founders, they started going, Keith Raniere and Nancy Salzman, I think they started to go, what if we could replicate this with other people?
Dude, this is wild. He's out there. This is, I guess, before all this shit came out. He's really doing like heavy PR for them. Straight up NXIVM propaganda recruiting. Wow. You should probably remove this. Or maybe not. I don't know. At this point, I don't think it's convincing anyone.
And so over the last 4 years, we've been able to replicate with 10 other people with Tourette's.
Get into the program and get better.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, we created a special thing just for people with Tourette's. And this is the crazy thing. So it took me like a year and a half to get down 90%, as I was describing. Guess how fast it's been replicated?
I hate when they make you guess. It's like, just tell me, bro. I don't know. Not a doctor. In fact, I don't even care. Just tell me. Those games always backfire. You either overguess, you underguess. Just tell me, dude.
I don't know.
Take one guess.
No, bro. He said, I don't know. You seriously?
7 what?
I hate this. This man will never be Keith. Oh, he's so annoying right now.
I don't know.
Like 7 months?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Theo's probably annoyed with this.
4 hours.
Oh, wow.
4 hours?
He cured them in 4 hours, you guys. It took him a year and a half. The new people, it took 4 hours. Hold on, I gotta send this timestamp. This is crazy, dude.
He didn't dare to tell you that crap.
Of course not. 4 hours. This guy thought he was on top of the world at the time with Keith.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, we created a special thing just for people with Tourette's. And this is the crazy thing. So it took me like a year and a half to get down 90%, as I was describing. Guess how fast it's been replicated?
Oh, how did I go down?
I don't know.
Take one guess.
7.
7 what?
7.
I don't know.
Like 7 months?
Yeah, I think so.
4 hours.
Oh, wow. Jesus, man. I hate guessing.
People can get rid of using this, can get rid of Tourette's in 4 hours.
Oh, no. No, they can't. They really?
Thank you, Theo. Okay, king shit. Yeah, dude, no, they cannot.
I kid you not.
4
it was
hours.
probably one of...
That sounds like something I would say.
I'm dead serious. So I want to be really clear. It's not saying anybody can get
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy for him for that.
rid of their Tourette syndrome. I'm saying people that had severe Tourette syndrome that had tried tons of different
them 3
things
hours.
that deeply wanted to get rid of it and
Bro,
end it.
who the fuck doesn't want to get rid of Tourette's? There's this implication that some people with Tourette's, they just don't want it enough. You know, some people are just... his comparison to, oh yeah, fat people, they just don't want it enough. The ones that don't, it's like, really? Some people can cure their autism if they want it enough.
It for themselves. And also, you know, we went through quite an interview process.
This guy's such a charlatan. It's incredible that nobody ever really called him out hard enough. Okay, he's had this coming for a while. This was from fucking 5 years ago. The shit he's saying right now is even crazier than the shit he's saying back then is crazier than the shit he says today.
Because we're looking, you know, we were looking for very specific people that, you know, we thought just met a bunch of different conditions that thought, you know, that they would be a good candidate for this. For all of those people, I would say 7 or 8, 2 or 3 out of the 10 are down 70%.
Wow.
And the other 6, 7 are down 90%.
Dude, I know Theovan doesn't give a single fuck about anything he's saying.
Plus.
Wow.
And what was so neat is that once this started
Because I've
happening,
been there in the early days of the podcast. You just, you know, you think Joe Rogan's the only way to do a podcast. You want to emulate that. And so you're like, oh, I'm just going to have people and talk to them and listen to them. And it's not for everybody. And I think Theovan's the same way I am. Sometimes I get people in there and I'm just like, fuck, this conversation is not interesting to me at all. But you feel like you have to fake it through it to make this podcast. I've been there so many times. Oh, people are saying that Theo acknowledges this interview after the documentary came out.
happening over the last 4 years, we have this incredible filmmaker who he goes, we got to start filming this.
Oh, that's the guy who made the vow. He's talking about the guy who came out against them.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what that tells me is that this dude is pretty high up to know about all this stuff. Yo, he literally predicted. Holy fuck. Hold on. I got to see this. I got to send the guys this. That's crazy.
Conditions that thought, you know, that they would be a good candidate for this.
That's the guy who I was showing you who liked the tweet about it.
An interview process, because we're looking, you know, we were looking for very specific people that, you know, we thought just met a bunch of different conditions that thought, you know, that they would be a good candidate for this. For all of those people, I would say 7 or 8, 2 or 3 out of the 10 are down 70%.
Wow.
And the other 6, 7
Gotta peep,
are
but I'm
down
listening.
90 plus.
Wow.
And what was so neat is that once this started happening over the last 4 years, we had this incredible filmmaker who he goes, we got to start filming this. So we started to film it. And so what was so neat is that, you know, I would find someone with Tourette's or someone would tell me about somebody with Tourette's.
Yeah.
And we would go through this whole process to see if they would be a good candidate. And then once we thought if we had, you know, a good candidate, a film crew would go out to their life, film their whole life with Tourette's. They would come work with us in Albany, beat their Tourette's, and then we would go back into their life and film their life without Tourette syndrome.
Do you guys, y'all aren't like in the, it's not, you guys can't be like in the Special Olympics or anything. I feel like you could fucking run that shit if you could tighten.
I can't be in the Special Olympics, no, but I will tell you, I'd much rather just train for the regular Olympics now.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's, I mean, life is so different now.
Where
Is it really?
Satan's
What do you
mouse?
miss about having Tourette's, man? Like really having it.
There.
You know,
I cannot stand people like that. Do you guys know what I mean? Like the way he talks. He clearly like just been obsessed with improving the way he talks. And it's just, you can tell this is already from 5 years ago. He has the same exact shtick, like the way he talks. I can't listen to him. I can't
He's
hear
a
him.
phony baloney.
Yeah.
He's a phony baloney. This is so interesting, though.
the thing that I miss is, I miss in some ways. Let me think about this for 1 sec.
Wait, he's saying he misses having Tourette's? See, that's that what he's saying? Let me go back.
life without Tourette syndrome.
Do you guys? Y'all aren't like in the. It's not. You guys can't be like in the Special Olympics or anything. I feel like you could fucking run that shit if you could tighten.
I can't be in the Special Olympics, no. But I will tell you, I'd much rather just train for the regular Olympics now.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's. I mean, life is so
Dude, Theo's funny. That's awesome. I'm still waiting for my handicap placard.
different now.
Is it really? What do you miss about having Tourette's, man?
Bro, that's such a crazy question. There's nothing to miss about it. I mean, it's funny. It's a great question. The fact that he's actually thinking about what I miss about Tourette's, to me, I don't think anyone with Tourette's would actually take anything more than a moment to say nothing. Nothing. There's nothing to miss.
Like really having it.
You know, the thing that I miss is I miss in some ways. Let me think about this for 1 sec.
This man I sense deception here. I feel that anyone genuine with Tourette's would not need a second to think about this. I mean, that's like saying, what do you miss about having cancer? It's like, it's not a positive thing. I miss everyone I miss everyone feeling bad for me. I don't know what the fuck.
I'm gonna try and think what I would miss.
The thing is, people knew me.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you're a rare element, man. I
People
remember.
knew
yeah,
me.
People knew you.
So
What? People knew him? Don't more people know you now? People knew you as the dude who said the N-word on the bus. How is that good? You said the N-word on a bus full of black people. That is horrible. They knew you. What?
part of what my experience has been over the years is that I had to start how to learn in a way that I never did before, how to relate with people.
I can understand that.
And I think, that's not unique to Tourette's. I think we all have different things. You're
He goes, people knew me. That's what he missed. People knew me. I said, knew you as what? The dude who said the N-word on the bus? Like, that makes... Something's off about this whole Tourette's story. Ain't nothing to miss there. Period. What did you miss exactly about what's that deer tick disease? Fuck. Sometimes I just can't remember anything. Lyme. What do you miss about having Lyme disease? Do you miss anything? What do you miss about having a fever? I guess there is. I do miss, like, in a way, vegging out when I have a fever. I guess that's not a great one.
I don't know a lot of your history, but you were a comedian. You've been a comedian in a long time.
Yeah.
So now imagine if somebody said, "Hey, Theo, comedy's done. Never can make a joke again."
That is not a good comparison. Doing comedy is a career. It's a life choice. Tourette syndrome is a neurological disease, bro. What are you even saying? What the fuck? What?
And then think about what it would mean to how every conversation now you had with somebody.
Oh, that's a really good correlation, man. It would be
it's not.
baffling.
I think obviously Theo's struggling to get through this conversation. I don't blame him. That is a nonsensical, absolutely insane comparison.
And so that's also what was so neat is that I was going through the classes. I was doing a lot of work to also build a foundation just to learn how to be more me, how to learn how to be with people again, because my whole life I always had the Tourette's. I always had this thing.
Yeah.
And so it was interesting because the first whole journey was beating the Tourette's.
Right.
And then there was a whole other journey after
Like,
that.
who were you without the Tourette's?
Exactly.
It was almost like it was now you're Clark Kent, and you're like, well, who the fuck is who am I?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Superman is the one with the Tourette's. This is awesome. I want to watch the documentary about curing Tourette's. Let's see. Curing Tourette's. Let's see if they pop up. This one, radical surgery cures Tourette's. What the fuck they do? A lobotomy? Did you guys know Billie Eilish has Tourette's? Isn't that kind of dope? We should be homies for that. Let me type nxivm and see if that shows up. I can never fucking spell this shit. I beat Tourette's with nxivm. You know what? Let's watch this. This is from a year ago. So I think this is after Keith got arrested. Let's see how deep in the hole is he. You know what's funny? He's trying to hype what a public figure he is. This man just played the same two images back to back. Look at this. Look at this, Hila. You're supposed to put more than two images to make you look important and prolific. They're just two images.
Hello, everybody. My name is Marc Elliot. I am so excited to start this video podcast series. It's something I've wanted to do for some time, to share my story about how I lived with something that most people believe is incurable around the world, and then I ended up beating it completely, mind over body. And also with the recent events that have been happening in my life, I just thought there was no better time to start than now. If you don't know anything about me, I grew up with a severe case of Tourette syndrome. Tourette syndrome is deemed by the medical community a neurological, genetic, involuntary disorder that has no cure. So people that have it, it manifests in both motor...
Hold on, Shredder's tripping out. Hila's about to exercise, so y'all might see that in the background. Oh yeah, dude, somebody said it's like curing the gay. I ain't gay no more. I am delivered. I ain't got Tourette's no more.
tics and vocal tics, and I want to show a little video of what my life was like when I was ticking. My friends and I, we estimated that I ticked about 25 million times.
Okay, this number is just bizarre. I ticked 25 million times. I just find that, why would you... Oh shit, you guys can see... What did you guys see on WhatsApp? Fucking goddamn it, I don't know how to turn off these stupid ass. Remember on Skype you could just do not disturb? Like, why isn't that a thing? Alright, I'm just gonna... Mute notifications for 8 hours. Okay, there we go. Why would the fuck would they calculate that? And how did they calculate that? And why? I believe you have Tourette's, bro. Or, I mean, if I'm watching this video, I have no reason to doubt you. I don't know why. Yeah, well, I've ticked 100 million times, so what the fuck is up now?
Over the 20 years. And also, some people with Tourette's, they also say bad words. You maybe have seen it in the media. It's a small percentage, but I was a part of that group. So not only did I tick bad words, but also
oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Racial slurs. I want to show you a video of that as well.
Uh-oh. Is he going to drop an M-bomb? Wait, I can't watch that. Can't show that.
Living with Tourette syndrome was crazy. But luckily, I had a wonderful family and a support system. And as the cliche goes, I was able to turn lemons into lemonade. And I ended up becoming an inspirational speaker on tolerance and compassion all across the nation and even internationally. And really, I was taking my experience of being so different from other people, and also the fact that I was on the other end of hate and prejudice, when I was in public, and I took, lessons from all of that to convey just this very...
John said she just bought Teddy Fresh merch, 2 hoodies. God bless you. Thank you. You're going to enjoy those. You're going to love those.
Basic message of, look, we don't know that much about each other's lives. While he was speaking, I went to middle schools, colleges, high schools, organizations, corporations. I want to show you a few pics here. Between 2010 and 2014.
I don't know, dude. This is all pretty corny. And
here. Between 2010 and 2014, I had about 450 engagements. Also in 2011, I was named College Speaker of the Year and Diversity Speaker of the Year by Campus Activities Magazine.
bro, enough with your credentials. Let's get to the goddamn journey. You only have 8 minutes, dude.
And in 2011, I did something that I thought I never would do, and that is I
Joined a
authored
cult.
a book.
Oh, wrote a book.
What Makes You Tick? My Journey from Tourette's to Tolerance. Now, while I was speaking, I ended up being introduced to some.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Speaking, I ended journey. What makes you tick? My journey from Tourette's to tolerance.
What does that mean? From Tourette's to tolerance? Implying that people with Tourette's aren't tolerant? I don't understand that. Right? There's that implication that these two things are opposites. Dude, this guy, he's just so phony. There's so many red flags here. Hold on. Some people are saying it's boring. Let me pull up. Car washing MSR. That one seems pretty good. I've heard about these. Car washing ASMR. Carpet cleaning. Maybe. See, these are boring. I think the kinetic sand is everything. Kinetic sand ASMR. You can't beat the kinetic sand. Check this out. Yeah. All right, Mark. Go ahead. Sorry about that. Sorry about that boring content there for a second.
Now, while I was speaking, I ended up being introduced to some courses on emotional intelligence from another speaker called Executive Success Programs.
That is nxivm. That was the high-level, super expensive program that they channeled like celebrities and rich people into. It's like you know how Scientology has this program for like all the rich people. So he was a member of that as someone who was potentially influential and could convince other people to join nxivm. This is crazy to see.
So let me show it here. It goes by ESP for short. Now, you probably haven't heard of ESP.
Like, even without knowing anything about nxivm, if I'm watching this cold, I'm already getting bad vibes. Like, he's hitting me. He's hitting me like he's trying to convert me. It's like a selling page.
But
a success program.
I almost guarantee you, or I imagine that most of you have heard of its parent company known as...
Holy fuck, look at that sand. That one is so nice. Dude, that's the best one I've seen. Oh, shit. Wow. That one was stunning. Oh.
As nxivm. Now, nxivm has dominated the news cycle over the last 3 years. Unless you were living in a cave, it was pretty hard to miss. I mean, it's made headlines around the world. Even a few months ago, Saturday Night Live did a skit about nxivm. Now, when I started taking the courses 10 years ago, of course, they had nothing to do with sex and or Tourette's even for that matter. But the reason I went is because, with the Tourette's, I had a lot of self-judgment and a lot of self-hate, and I wanted to change that. So I started going to the courses, and as I was working on that stuff, as a total I
understand the self-hate, like the frustration of like, why am I like this? But self-judgment, I don't. That seems far-fetched. Like, why would you judge yourself? I don't know.
Product. My tics started to go down. And after continuing to take the courses after a year and a half and putting in my own effort, I was able to get my Tourette's down 90%. And eventually, I continued to take more classes, and I was then able to beat my Tourette's completely again using
He keeps saying,
mind over body.
I feel like this is like a attorney approved statement because he always says this. So they don't want to say I cured Tourette's because obviously that's like a fraudulent claim. He says I beat Tourette's mind over body. You'll notice he says that verbatim all the time.
The point where now, if you met me, you would never know that I lived a day with Tourette's in my life. Now, after this unprecedented transformation that I experienced, I then had the opportunity to then work with the founders of nxivm and ESP. You maybe have heard of their name before. I want to bring up their photos here. Keith.
So these are the two leaders who are now in jail. So he's homies with them. So he's high up. That is actually interesting. Yeah, this is pretty bad. He's in deep, man.
Raniere and Nancy Salzman. Now, as you know, there's tons of controversy around them. But with respect to the Tourette's, really there was just one question, and it was, can we replicate what happened to me with other people with Tourette syndrome? And we found out the answer is yes. So over the next 4 years, we went on a wonderful journey of trying to help other people beat Tourette's. We ended up working with 10 other people that had...
How can you just skim over the fact that he's in jail for like rape and child pornography? He's like, yeah, these guys are my good friends. I work closely with them. Yeah, there's some controversy, but anyway, enough about that. We had this wonderful program. Dude, are you just going to gloss over child pornography?
Great results as well. Some of them, when they came and they worked with us, in a matter of 4 to 5 hours, their Tourette's was down 90%. And again, this is just through conversations. And over the 4 years, we also had the privilege to be able to work with a filmmaker. His name is Alessandro Molatare, and he documented the journey of all of these people trying to beat their Tourette syndrome. And in 2018, that film, it was made into a documentary, and it debuted at the Cinequest Film Festival in 2018. After that, it traveled to film festivals around the world. It even won some awards.
Again, see how he talks about it? Again, they're toying around it. He says, is there a solution to something that has no cure? Come on, bro. Stop trying to beat around the bush. We all know what you're saying, what you're trying to say.
At the Milan Film Festival and the Harlem Film Festival. And as of a few weeks ago, we relaunched the film, My Tourette's, and we actually put it on YouTube for anyone in the world to watch it and experience it for free. And you can check the link below to watch the movie yourself. So this then brings me to present day.
Who paid for that movie? You put it out for free. Making movies is expensive. Who paid for it? No, not at all. Are you going to run on it? I don't know. Okay, let's go. Burpees? I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
And why I also wanted to make these videos. So about a year ago, there was a docu-series on Stars that came out
Philly D hit? Let's go. Okay, I got to watch Philly.
Called Seduced. Now, Seduced, one of the executive producers of it.
Okay, so this is the guy he sued for, quote, misrepresenting his involvement. And he lost that. The judge granted the anti-slap.
Her name is India Oxenberg. She's also the main protagonist in the film, and it's really about her experience in nxivm and also the secret society now known as DOS. Now, even though it's about that, I happen to be, I guess you could say, highlighted in this docuseries and not in a positive way. Now, it's important for you to know, I have no criminal charges against me regarding the nxivm trial.
This dude literally named this video "My Journey of Beating Tourette's with nxivm," and he's like, yes, I am homies with Keith and Nancy, and yes, I was highlighted in this documentary. It's not even really about his beating his Tourette's at all, is it?
I don't have any criminal charges against me anywhere in my life. I don't even have criminal allegations or just an allegation in general in life against me. And also, I was not in the secret society DOS. Yet despite all of that, for some reason, I was attacked, particularly in the second episode. I was attacked my character and my reputation for reasons I do not know why. When I saw it, it deeply pained me. And also I was just so surprised because the reality of what they were trying to portray me as is so starkly different from the reality of how I've lived my life over the last 20 years in trying to help people. So after I saw it, I really felt I wanted to right this wrong. And so I put in a lot of work. I was able to get help from a bunch of friends and family. And as of about a week ago, I finally was able to file a defamation lawsuit for $12 million against Line.
Yeah, that was, again, judge granted their anti-slap, so he lost. Yeah, he lost that one.
Lionsgate and Stars for how they portrayed me in the docuseries Seduced. Now, I don't think this is unique in terms of this happening to me. I mean, there's character assassination happening to so many people, and it's wrong. And I think that it's important that we try to expose these things this isn't a good thing that is happening in our society. And also, it's just unacceptable in this case as, this is a series that's supposed to be a documentary. So I wanted to create...
God, bro, you're so boring, even in this shit. Let's see what's his popular. Inspirational speaker. Kind of curious what his speeches are like.
Incredibly open, and I'm people how to. Right now, I'm traveling all across the country, speaking to audiences about tolerance. I'm trying to teach people how to become more tolerant individuals. And so the way that I am going to teach you about tolerance today is by sharing with you a lot of my personal stories in life and by being incredibly open, and I mean incredibly open about my personal challenges. Tourette's syndrome is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. What a crazy, crazy disorder. So I say offensive words, and so I say racial slurs. So I say racial slurs for black people.
Dude, you don't time your Tourette's like that. Okay, whatever.
I have an older gay brother, and I say words like fag, faggot, and you're gay. And this
all right,
is my...
we can't do that. Let's watch Philly D's video. Ethan Klein, please stop. What's with that title? Why would he title it that?
Amateur TikTok investigators are...
No, why would he title it Ethan Klein, please stop? Wait, where am I even mentioned? Huh? It doesn't have a timestamp.
Terrorizing this town versus big, mad, and desperate. Ohio just can't catch a break. Ethan Klein done goofed again, and this is the last time
What?
I want to talk about it. But we're going to talk about...
Wait, what? What the fuck did I do?
all that and so much more on today's...
Seriously? You're going to talk about that I fucked some old drama?
brand new Philip DeFranco show, so buckle up, hit that like button, and let's just jump into it. Starting with this news that all it takes is one mysterious disappearance for the whole internet to lose its damn mind. And Exhibit A is Nicola Bully. She's a 45-year-old mortgage noting attempting to like or retweet this Tesla post flashes a warning to find further information while providing no further information.
Oh, here I am.
Put warning flags on a post critical of one of his companies. And there were tons of people commenting on this and spreading this. Podcaster Ethan Klein, for example, tweeting Elon Musk, a free speech warrior, is automatically censoring articles critical of Tesla. Try liking this tweet and you'll see. And others saying things like, so Pfizer...
That's it? What the fuck, dude?
is currently trending from conspiracy theorists, and those tweets can be liked, retweeted with zero issue. But noting attempting to like or retweet this Tesla post flashes a warning to find further information while providing no further
here's more.
information. weight on your just last night. And as of recording, Elon hasn't tweeted about any changes, and normally he seems like he would. But yeah, that's a situation that appears right now. And I also, you know what? It is so beside the point of this story, but since he was mentioned, I kind of just want to say this to Ethan Klein. Can you stop talking about my fucking weight on your podcast? Well, I personally use people saying negative things about my weight or my looks as further motivation when I'm working out, to the point that I even do like David Goggins-esque bullshit, like taking the audio of them calling me fat or whatever language they use and mixing it with pump-up songs for my workouts. There are also tons of people that deal with weight issues and eating disorders, which, by the way, it's well documented that I've talked about myself having an eating disorder that I've had to really fight to overcome over the years. So when you say on your podcast to hundreds of thousands and if not millions of people that I am permanently doughy, that I am a ham sandwich, it's fucked, and I think it can have a genuinely negative impact on other people. But that's where I'm going to leave it. I don't want anyone going after anyone because of things that were said about me. I just think that we should all try to be better. And then I want to take a...
What? Philly's actually coming for me?